All right, and we should be live. Just give me a sec here. I'm trying to rearrange this frickin' screen so I can put it a little bit bigger. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. I probably will do a live stream next Sunday, even though it's Christmas or your holidays, whatever you celebrate. I probably still will do a live stream at 11. We do have stuff going on, but it's a bit later in the day. Let me say hi to a few people, or to everybody who came here early. Yazayu, you had the loading screen up there. We don't live stream usually till 11 a.m., but it pushes out the notifications early, I believe. Vince, you can't wait for the live stream. Awesome. And I see you down there below. So hello, Vince. Matt, good morning. Frederick from Texas. It's cold there. Wow. It's not too bad here, but we're supposed to be getting a lot of snow today. So we'll see about that. Nathan, good morning. Hey, Cody, I've not seen 2 dots listed under the software releases. Yes, so that is an EA feature, and we will talk about that. There's only certain things that I can talk about. Other things I can't. We'll go over that shortly. How long do you think before it's released? I have no idea. Ubiquiti will release it when it's ready, pretty much. That's what they've been saying. Christian, how's it going? Peter, as far as I know, it's EA. Yes, that's correct. Let's see. I already said hi to you. Michael, how's it going? Good morning. I love that they finally released the OCD panels. Yes, I still need to get that brush panel. That's the only thing that I'm waiting on now. And apparently they made it bigger. So what was happening with the brush panels? Like at the front of my rack, I have all my power cords going through that black brush panel. With, I think, the EA version of the brush panel, we weren't able to pull the power cables through it. So I think they made it a little bit wider so you can. Not 100% sure though, because I don't have one. Shanira, how's it going? Good to see you. Justin, Brinsley, Toscano, Kim, Jim the IT guy, how's it going? I was going to hop on your live stream last night and then I forget why I didn't. Oh, I was out for dinner. I was out for the anniversary dinner, but I did see you went live. If you guys haven't followed Jim the IT guy, he does YouTube content as well. It's a great channel. Ardon, good morning. Mike Lewin, how's it going? Christopher, good morning. Got excited, yeah. So that, I guess that could have made it a little bit clickbaity. We'll talk about that video as well, because that's pretty much the same thumbnail as I did in the initial Cadio video, but then I kind of just put snow and stuff in it. Albert, how's it going? We're 43. Bruce, good morning. How's it going? Got Wire, Jigs. Merry Christmas to you as well. John Irish, Kevin. -4 Fahrenheit. Wow. Yeah, so the brush panel looks cool. It will kind of complete my network rack once we get that brush panel. We'll talk about the 2.0 shortly. Let me off. Yep. David, how's it going? Jeremy. Ren from Germany. I caught a fox on my Protect video walking through my front yard. That's awesome. We had a couple birds that were attacking each other, and this one big hawk type bird was like hurting other birds that are now not, able to fly or anything like that. So it's pretty sad. But I mean, it's the way of life. That's nature for you. Michael, good morning. Anyone have a good guide for removing UID? I'm done testing in the lab and ready to move on. They probably have documentation on it. I haven't removed UID from anybody yet, so I don't really know. You ever hear of anyone having problems with port dying on the UDM SE waiting for support? I have not. Yes, and smash the like button. What do we have? We have 76 people here, 7 likes. We're going to try to get it like even. Concurrent viewers and likes. I ran out of coffee this morning. So I usually have a big tin of Tim Hortons coffee, and I had one this morning, and I had just like a little bit of coffee left. So I had to run out right before live stream to get some more. AP question, had two U6LRs just seem to die on me randomly. Not sure. What are you using for power? Like, make sure that the switch or whatever you're using has enough power draw, because the U6 use, I think it's like 14 watts. Something like that. Let's see. I believe it's 14 watts. 16 watts. 16.5 watts. So whatever you're using, like switch-wise, you want to make sure that you have enough capacity for your power. Oh, you're using it with the UDM. What does the UDM SE? I forget what it's capable of. UDM SE. Where the heck we? Oh, under product summary. So your max is 50. So depending what you're putting on there, like if you have two U6LRs, you're already using about 30 watts. And then if you have a couple other like cameras and stuff. Good morning, Stuart. How's it going? I love Tim Hortons living in the USA. Yeah, Tim Hortons, I remember when they first started going to the US, and I think the US owns Tim Hortons now. Like I believe Burger King bought them, and I think Burger King's owned by the US. It was a Canadian company at one point, and like we have Tim Hortons all around here. I like Starbucks as well, but we don't have, where I live, I don't have a Starbucks. I'd have to drive like 20 minutes to get it. Okay, so let's talk about this UDM 2.0 thingy that's going on. So as many people know, a lot of the features for the UDM Pro aren't there yet because the UDM Pros were released at 1.x series of OS. The UDM SE was released at 2 series. So we've been having to do this migration from 1 to 2 and then from 2 to 3 to get all the features and have feature parity between the UDM Pro and the UDM SE. So what released the other day... let me just bring this off screen so I don't bring up any of my DMs. So Marcus, great guy. He's the head of cybersecurity at Ubiquiti, but he always tweets out like stuff relevant to, you know, new things coming out. So give him a follow if you want. It's a very good resource. But we first had this. Yes, UDM Pro and UDM and UDM Pro will receive UniFi OS 3.0 in the near future. We'll have version aligned. And then I think it was Thursday, maybe Friday. I forget what day it was. December 15th, whatever day that was. Ubiquiti friends that want to try out UDM Pro 2.4 before GA, take a look at the early access channels. So 2.4.43 or whatever versioning that they have right now, that just migrates it to the 2 series. We don't get any new features with that, but it will bring your UDM up to OS 2.0. So what will bring the new features is 2.5 and 3.0. 2.5 will bring us things like load balancing, and like 3.0 will bring the WireGuard VPNs. So once this released, I got excited because like I always do, and I started a video. I did a video on the migration. I migrated one of my UDM Pros up to it. I put it on private, and then I sent it off to Ubiquiti to see if they'd allow me to release a video on the migration, and they didn't because it's in early access, and I knew they probably wouldn't. Willie even asked, are we allowed to discuss publicly? And then Marcus said everything in EA should stay in EA. Because there's things like, did the migrations go well? Were people having issues and all that type of stuff? So we couldn't really bring that out, which kind of sucks because that video would have done really well. But the UDM, so hopefully it seems like if you read the forum post in early access, it seems like things went well. So as for them to release to the general public, I think it will be sooner than later. That's my take on it anyway. All right, let's see where I was. That CS PoE Plus on the port 1 and 2 only. Oh, really? Does it not have full PoE? Crap, I thought it did. Well, then I'm going to be in trouble because I just did that video. Oh god, I can't zoom in anymore. Oh, so the other ones are just standard PoE. I think that's going to be all right for cameras. We'll talk about that video after too. Is there a converter from RJ45 to fiber? There is. You could buy media converters. Make sure you're using the first 2 ports. Okay, so that makes sense. So yeah, you would need that. I honestly didn't notice any difference with the update last week. Well, you wouldn't. There wouldn't be any difference. There was absolutely no new features. Nothing new came to it. But in 2.5, that's when you'll see the new features. Yep, once I took the U6LR off the UDM SE and put it on a separate UW, it stopped flapping. Makes sense. We see that a lot where people's cameras and stuff will go down and they're hitting over their wattage limit. Andrew, good morning. Shiny Tech Things. Shiny Tech Things has a YouTube channel as well. There's a bunch of people in here with YouTube channels, so go check them out. I always find myself looking for new channels to watch. I watch quite a bit of YouTube, so it's good to have more creators. I can be on for a few minutes. The wife is driving. Awesome. EA is really becoming, as it's just a way for people to buy a kit and selling it through clients straight away. Yeah, I don't even know how many people, my clients, they pushed out to 2.0, which was like, what are you doing? It's still an EA. They're like, oh, is this fine? I just pushed it out and my UDM's down now. I'm like, oh my God. I tell them, don't push out to an EA. Wait until, we do some testing and see what's going on. In my UXG Pro, why would anyone use the second LAN port? Maybe if they're putting it to a different network, that like a complete separate switch. Or you could use it as like a link aggregation group. Bobby, good morning. How's it going? My guess is that 2.x will be released in January, February. Can't imagine releasing. I don't know if they'll do it during December. Or we only have another week and a half left of December. You didn't get the update. You have to change your release channel to EA. How long does it normally take for a RMA going on? 24 days now? I would email rma@ui.com. Brad, how's it going? You're in Thailand. Nice. Still not on a beach though. Yeah, no problem. No problem. People selling Connect to clients, then asking why things don't work. Yeah, it sucks. I really wish we could talk about the EA stuff. It's such a weird thing because anybody could sign up for EA and see this stuff. And then there's separate EA channels where you're allowed to share a couple things, right? So it's really like Crosstalk actually just did a little TikTok video or something the other day about all this EA gear, and I have all that gear too. And it's just kind of sitting here collecting dust until it releases. Do you think that the firewall from UA are a good product? I have problems with firewall rules. The rules won't work. I think they're great. It all depends what you're trying to do with it. With UniFi OS 3.0, it's amazing. I think it's great. I use them everywhere. Will stock levels return to normal? That is the question. I have no idea. But look here. We have we have the two main consoles, right? And then if you want these little smaller ones. Switches, you have tons of switches in stock. Smart power, don't really care for. Routing, offloading, this hasn't come in stock in a while. Protect cameras, I believe, besides these, so you have to understand, things that are hot items, like the Doorbell Pro, that's going to sell out quite quick. They do come in stock. I see them come in stock almost every week, but then they sell out. The AI Bullet, I'm really waiting for this UniFi Protect update to come out so that I could do a video on it. I'm doing some testing right now with it, and that's going to be a part of the video. I don't know. I think stock levels are not bad. In Canada, it's a bit of a different story when we're getting cameras. I just quoted a job. I think it was for 30-some cameras, G4s, and then a PTZ camera. I'm going to have to go through my distributor for that. I think the cameras only cost like $3 more through the distributor, so it's not a big deal. Zora, how's it going? Let's see. Does 7376 notify you if the wattage utilization is almost max? I think you have to check. I haven't actually looked at that. I should see if they have an alert for it. That would actually be a good notification to have. So is 2.0 available for the UDM? It is available in early access. It doesn't give you any new features though. Christopher, thank you for the $4.99 for Starbucks, not Tim's. There's a channel on here that's all EA gear. I'm sure you've come across it. So I think I posted something about it. I forget the guy's name. Unbox Theory. I don't really know. Anyway, I posted about it in my Discord, and you know what? He could do whatever he likes to do, and I like his videos. I think his videos are good. It's just really risky posting anything EA, because like if I posted it, if Crosstalk, if Lawrence Systems, Jim, actually, I've seen Jim post a couple things. You might want to be careful with that. But like, they will take legal action against you, or first they would make you take the video down, and if you didn't, they'd take legal action against you. So that's the and I want to keep in good terms with Ubiquiti, right? I like Ubiquiti. I have a meeting with them sometime this week. Joe, I'm supposed to be coming back to Barrie tomorrow, but you are getting a ton of friggin' snow. There's like 30 centimeters or something like that. Let's see, where the heck are we now? Updated my UDMSE to 3.0.13 a couple days ago. Update went smooth, like the WireGuard VPN. Me too. I think it's great. So something that I might do a video on, and I think I already have, but Tom did. Tom did some videos on pfSense. So he did policy-based routing on pfSense. It was a great video. Go watch it if you haven't. But I want to kind of show you that you can do that stuff on the UDMs. Like, it's not just these higher end firewalls that you could do it on. It's just called something different. It's your traffic management. So there is a couple things that you can't do. Like, you can't, in Tom's video, he filters by HTTP or HTTPS. We can't do that yet. But you could pretty much do it. Load balancing and gateways. We could do load balancing. We could do failover and all that type of stuff. I believe we only could do it with 2 WAN ports, not 3. Whereas the pfSense, if you had multiple, you could do that. So I may make a video on it. We'll see. Where did I go? Where did I go? Suck level. Oh, I'm way behind right now. I suspect Ubiquiti will possibly raise prices to reduce sales. They already have started raising prices. Your 8G, will it work with an SFP? Yes, it will. Yes. Yeah, if you get 8 gig, you just need an SFP plus module. The EA rules need to be more relaxed so long as they make sure people are notified that it's EA. Yeah, that's true. I've talked to them about it, and maybe I will again, but I just want to get videos out. That's the only thing, and I have so much stuff here that I could be doing videos on. Alonzo, good morning. George, how's it going? Canada stock is terrible. Canada stock is a little bit worse. There we go. Still waiting on, what are we waiting on? UniFi Talk. So all the consoles are here. That's great. Most of the switches that I usually deploy are in, like the Switch 48 PoE, the 24, the Pro. So I'm not too worried about that. Wi-Fi, we're good. The stock that is really bad is the camera selection. And if you do any door access, good luck with that. I only have 2.0, so I live in Switzerland, so I'm waiting. Well, you should be able to get it in EA. It doesn't. I don't think it matters where you live. Susan Strauss, how's it going? Snowing good right now. Well, I may not be coming to do the job tomorrow. Then we'll see. I was just in Barrie moving my mom. She moves. She's moving 2 hours from where I live right now, which is it's going to be quite far. But we're going to do a full network install there. I wonder if I could send myself these pictures. Oh, you know what? She sent it to me through Facebook. Let me make sure I'm not bringing up my DM with my mom. But I'll download the pictures. So they got me all excited. They said, let's save image. How can I do this? She got me all excited saying, oh yeah, the last owner, which was, one of their family friends or something like that, had cameras before, and it's all Ethernet cables and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, awesome. This is going to be such an easy install. And oh my God, how the hell am I going to look at this picture? I'm going to have to zoom that way in. This is a very bad picture, but anyway, you'd see that, how the cable's going. It's coax cable that they're using. So I'm going to have to rewire everything, which kind of sucks. So this is kind of where, his NVR DVR box was sitting. Some other crap here. I think this is just all coax on the ground. And one more thing. And then another camera. So what I'll do, I'll end up running it in the attic space, which it's getting cold here in Canada. So I'm not looking forward to that. Albert, thank you for the 22. I really appreciate it. Happy Christmas to you as well. The three of you are major channels. He isn't big. I can see the Rick for you guys. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Chris, I don't know what's with that. I don't think the thing is they've shown most of the stuff that I think they've shown all of it. I think they've shown all the stuff that Chris showed in his TikTok video in other YouTube videos, so I think that's okay. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's just a weird line. I mean, if they wanted them to take it down, they would send them an email and then just tell them to take it down. They probably wouldn't pursue, you know, any legal things that way. I doubt anyway. SC, good morning. How's it going? Do you really need patch panels making a server? You don't need patch panels, but it makes it look a lot nicer. Right? Instead of going, sometimes my Instagram doesn't load. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm doing for my mom, but it makes it a lot cleaner having a patch panel so that you could do something like that. This, instead of going direct into the switch with like RJ45 ends. It's all personal preference, but you should really have your cables that are going down your wall, permanent cables, and then just have patch cables. That's it. That's how I think anyway. Looks like a fun job. So I haven't seen my mom's house yet. So I went down there Friday afternoon to help for a little bit before I had to work with just like loading the truck up. And then I wasn't driving an extra hour to go up there. So I'll have to go, but I think they have a pretty big property. And then I believe they have like a side garage, like not attached to the house. So I have these point-to-point, I have the building-to-building bridges, and the property is pretty large. So I'm going to film it all, obviously. I'm going to run cables through the attic. We're going to put in cameras. We're going to put in some access points. I think, I don't know. So if they have a shop or a garage that's not attached, I think I'm going to do a point-to-point link with those building-to-building bridges, put Wi-Fi out there, put some cameras on there, and make their whole property like Wi-Fi everywhere. Because they have a lot of, you know, trees and stuff. And I think that they would like it. I don't know. You can at least use the old, well, maybe. So old or installers in Canada, it might be the same other places in the world. When they're building houses, they usually staple these into the beam or the studs. They'll staple it in the studs so you can't pull it. Do we have to SSH into the UDMSE or the UDM to update? No, you should just have to go to the release channel. So if you go to your release channel, switch it to early access, you should be able to get it there. Yes, smash the like button. We got 118 people and only 38 likes. Those look like Waze cameras. Oh, they might be. Yeah. Well, we'll have to rip it down. You could put Mocha adapters, but I'm just going to rerun cable for them. I'm going to have to go in that anyway to put up access points, so whatever. Or to run cables for the access points. You bought a camera G5 Flex. I have one of those here. Not currently installed though. I have a brush panel with Cat 6 going into my switches at home. Don't judge me. So I have a bit of that in my rack. I don't know if I have pictures of it. How can I show this? Maybe here? I don't know if you'd see it there. I have so much on my Instagram, it never loads anymore. So you can see it. Oh no. Okay, I don't have them coming through the brush panel. Can we pause? I'll pause it when we go back, once you see it. So like here, I don't have a brush panel installed, but what I did, I took out some of the keystone blanks and I just ran the cables through there. I changed my network rack so much that I don't really care if it's super messy or not. Usually when I'm doing videos though, I clean it up a little bit. Why do you see so many Cisco access points in shopping centers? And I mean, Cisco's good. You're just paying a lot of money for it. So the Meraki, it might be Cisco Meraki. It's easy for management. It works well. Like their firewall switches and APs work well. The downside, they have license fees. You're a PCMD. Good morning. How's it going? Oh my God. I didn't even think of that, Jim. I didn't even think of that. I forgot I had that, but I can't do a video on it because it's still EA. The whole rack could be swapped for a UDW. Yeah, because I don't need it here. I don't even want it in my house. I should just give my mom the UniFi Dream Wall. Damn, I didn't think of that. That is a good idea. It's been sitting in my closet for months. So if you're on, you have to switch your release channel to be early access, not release channel. It has to be early access. Robert, how's it going? Good morning. Jeff, good morning. How's it going? I'm not a sports person at all. I'll go to like baseball games with my friends and stuff like that. I haven't been in years. I don't watch sports. I know nothing about sports. I don't even know Ronaldo. Is that like a soccer player? That's probably it. I guess I kind of saw a bit of soccer when we were in the Bahamas. Would you recommend a brush panel over a patch panel? It really depends what you're doing with it. Like I have a brush panel. Where the heck? Where do I post these pictures? Where the heck is my brush panel? Do I have it on Twitter? Let's go home. Oh, profile. There we go. I don't, where the heck would I have this? So I have a brush panel. It would be, I might not have posted it. No, I probably didn't. There's different use cases for brush panels and stuff like that. Like I have the brush panel because there's things at the back of the devices that I need to route through. So I use a brush panel for that. But I use a patch panel as well. And look how cute this little kitty is. Just mad in her little reindeer cap. Curious about your thoughts on the Pro versus the SE. I keep getting the feeling that the SR, I don't know what SR means, but they're going to be at the same firmware version or level soon, right? So they're both great devices. You've never powered it on. I powered it on quickly. I was supposed to give Willie Howe access to it just to do some testing, but I didn't want to keep it powered on and draw my power, seeing as I wasn't using it. I have basic redundant power installed with G4 bullets, UDM Pro 24-port switch, UDM. Do you know how long? I'm not sure. It honestly depends on what your UPS is that you're using. I saw quite a bit in the, well, maybe not quite a bit. I saw a bit in the Bahamas. Where the heck did I post it? It was more, oh, right here. I think this is a Pro, Mesh Pro. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know exactly if it was. And this looks like another point-to-point device. This was in, was this, do they call it NASA? I forget. It was downtown where all the cruise ships come. We were just walking and I saw it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a picture of that. I was taking pictures at, I probably shouldn't say that. I won't say that. Anyway, yeah, I was taking pictures at another place that I can't really talk about, but they had UniFi stuff. You love the UniFi Dreamwall. I hope it comes out of early access soon. We'll see though. So pretty much all laptops, phones, Sonos, Alexa, HomeKit go on the IoT. Yes. Yep. You would want to isolate your cameras as well in your NAS. Yep. We have Cisco Meraki at work and just paid $73,000 licensing fee. That is insane. So if you switched over to Ubiquiti, you would save 73 grand. But it depends on, most of the features are there. It all just depends. For customer networks that you manage, do you rely on the UniFi built-in email alerts? So you can set up alerting just to do like push alerts or email alerts, and I have both. I don't like, I'm not an MSP. I usually go in, I do break fix more than anything, but we'll deploy for full new setups. And then like if the customer wants us to manage it, we will, their network, but we're not managing like Windows PCs and stuff like that. Because I always say we, but it's only me. I don't have anybody else working for me. It's a big step up from 1.0 to 2.0, so it will come, and then we'll have to find the next thing to complain about, right? There's a couple things that I want, and I emailed my contact about, and they're like, we're just working on we're working on the UDM right now. So the one thing that I want is this here. Where the heck is it? So we have the smart power. And the biggest reason why I bought this was for the high availability or the virtual router redundancy. Right, where do they have it? Virtual router redundancy support coming soon, requires multiple UniFi gateways. So that's the big reason why I wanted the PDU Pro. Downsides of this PDU Pro, they have, like, you put your WAN connections into it, but they only have 1 gigabit WAN connections. So it kind of sucks. And on the back of this, they only have 1 power supply. So if this goes down, your whole network goes down. You're in trouble. Let's see. I'm excited that they may have made the brush panel bigger. I heard that. Yes, I heard that too. So I'm hoping that it is bigger and that's true. I tried ordering one, but I have to use a freight forwarder and something's not working with it, so I have to wait. Jeff only uses brush panel on my rack where the Cat 6 come in. Yep, a lot of people do that too. Tony, good morning from Houston, Texas, originally Mexico. Nice. I've been to Mexico. I forget where I went. Riviera Maya or something like that. I've just got 10 gigabit Wi-Fi with my UDM-SE. I have just got 10 gigabit. Will my UDM-SE, so you could do 10 gig on the UDM-SE if you have like threat management and stuff like that. It only routes at like 3.5. I have exotic birds, so having a cat would not match. It all depends. Like, I have seen cats and some birds mix, but I think you would have to raise them when they're young. I used to have a couple budgies. I like birds. They're pretty loud. I'm using my UDW. It's worth getting one set up ready, but the login screen, yeah. I just want the UDW Pro to come out. I've been getting buyer's remorse since we recently got a UDM Pro. So here's the thing, I forget who said it, but I'm going to say it too. You buy a product for the features. I mean, this is how I do it. I buy a product for the features that it offers when I buy it. Anything else is just like icing on top of the cake. That's how we have to look at it. When you're going to buy anything, that's how you have to look at it, right? Like the features that are coming out now, the load balancing, even though these are like fairly basic features, you should do research on the consoles to know what you need. Like if you need load balancing, if you need WireGuard VPNs and stuff like that. So I see where people are getting frustrated because the UDM Pro was out before the SE. But at the beginning, when everybody was just on the UDM Pro, we didn't have any of these features anyway. Let's see. Did you have an opinion analysis on the G3 instant hike? It's just inflation. I'm not too sure. Like that was a huge rate or raise. Like it was what, $29 and now it's $79? Unless they're trying to phase them out. Maybe they're trying to phase them out because now they're starting to go to like G5 cameras. Right? Oh, look at this. Special offer, purchase the Dream Router and add a G3 Instant for $59. They should be offering that at $29, I think. Yeah, I think it's inflation. They probably weren't making any money off of it because they released at $29. I'm like, I don't even know how they're doing that or making any money on it. I have cat 6 all stray at one time. Oh, you have 6 cats. I mean, I love cats. I'd have more if I could. Chantel won't let me. So that's where I'm at. That's either a Mesh Pro or an old outdoor unit. Yeah, that's what it looks like. The problem with going to work in different countries, and I have been asked before, I forget where it was. It was some island. But it's you're taking, one, it's a security risk for you. Because you're taking away the people who live on the island or wherever you're doing work. You're taking work away from them. And I just wouldn't want to do it. I like where I live right now, and I go to those places for vacation. Oh yeah, the cats are back to normal now. Yep. How did you get started? I assume you started as a side hustle. Absolutely. So I was working for a bank. I guess I could say the bank. I don't really care. I was working for TD Bank. That's a big bank in Canada. There are some in the States, and I think a couple in Europe. I was working in their data center, so I started out as like network operations. I guess we'll start at the beginning. My uncle and my grandpa, they worked for a company called Bell, which is a big ISP in Canada. My uncle was more of a technician, and then my grandpa was like higher senior management. So I got into it like that. I started doing cabling, security camera installs, layer 1 stuff pretty much. I didn't know much about networking. At 25, I went back to school for networking. I got my Cisco CCNA within the first 6 months of my school. And then I started doing my CCNP. I got hired within TD Bank doing network operations, and I quit school. I never finished. What else did I do? After that, I did data center management within the bank. And then after that, I did compute engineering. This was going back, I think, 2020 when the pandemic started. That's when the bank said they weren't doing any layoffs. But right after that date, they're like, yep, we're doing layoffs now. So I got laid off, which was great because I was going to quit anyway. But being laid off, I got a pension. I got, what's that other thing that you get when you get laid off? Anyway, whatever it was, I got a bunch of money to leave, and I was planning on starting Mac Telecom full time. So that's kind of how it went. And I think most people start as a side hustle. You kind of want to, like, if you're doing a side hustle and you're looking to go full time, you want to make sure you're making enough revenue that pays more than what you're making at your current job. I think, anyway. The hardest part is getting clients. I'm not too sure when the PDU Pro will be back in stock. Hopefully soon. I think I answered this. It should. I mean, it will do. Whoops, not that one. It has a 10 gigabit interface for sure. Yep. I wonder if a Dream Machine Enterprise will be released when the Dreamwall Pro is finally. So I posted that Ubiquiti has forums. Or no, sorry, they have a Discord, and I posted, oh, what about the UDM Enterprise? And I think it was UI Tom. He's one of the employees. Is like, we've heard that 1,000 times. It would be nice if they release something a little higher power. What things do you contract out instead of doing yourself for business? So like any Windows Server stuff or server support, that's what I would contract out. Sometimes I have people help me with cabling and stuff like that. I tried finding and sometimes phone systems as well. I tried finding somebody to help me with the UniFi like configs and stuff like that, but it was very hard. I went through a couple people and they said they knew a lot and they didn't. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. Z Guy, how's it going? Good morning. The UDM Pro is a good product. You buy something for what you can. Yes, absolutely. Lawrence said it. He must have said it during a live stream. And I think we were both in there at that time. Will 8 gigabit work on my SAP UDM? Yes, it will. Yep. You need to get the SAP Plus adapter though. Like you need to get one of these. SAP 10 gig. Can I write that? No. 10. Like you'd have to get something like this. Or a fiber, whichever. Fiber LC connection. What you have to be careful with RJ45 modules is the distance, right? So this one goes 100 meters, which is great. But some of them only go 30, like especially if you're ordering off Amazon. Did you just say you would have cats? Yeah, I would have 6 cats for sure. If I could, I only have 2. Chantel wouldn't let me though. Have more than that. It was hard. Chantel grew up not having animals. So I'm like, oh, we got to get an animal. So we got Mocha. And then I'm like, Mocha needs a friend. So we got Nilla. And I think that's probably going to be it. Working out of the country requires yes, so work visas, that's another thing. And I don't want to go through all that. MSP is not easy. We manage around 260 machines and there's just 3 of us. Add on to that other business operations. Exactly. Severance package. That's what I was trying to think of. So it was a pretty good severance package. I got all my stocks and my pension. I pretty much put all my pension into Ubiquiti stocks. So how I think about it, if you believe in a company, you know, I can't touch my pension anyway till I'm 50 or something like that. So I'm like, you know what? If I lose this money, I lose this money. If their stocks crash, whatever. So I just put it all in Ubiquiti. Struggle of getting jobs. So the majority of my jobs come from YouTube. Like I get people filling in my, well, let's go to my website. Let's go to my website, shall we? I kind of want to update it, but anyway. So I have people fill in this form all the time. A lot of people like just ask questions through here, which is okay, but sometimes I can't get to it because it's too much. But it tells us, you know, our hourly rate. I charge $200 an hour Canadian, which is like, you know, $10 US. Our exchange rate is terrible. But that's how I get my jobs, and then it's kind of word of mouth from there. Like the majority of my jobs, 95% of my jobs are remote work, remote support work, and the rest of the other 5% is physical work, which I have some big jobs coming up, which is great. You've been in business coming up 36 years. I think I'm full-time Mac Telecom. Like that's all I've been doing for 2 years now, roughly. Yeah, you need to be careful. Like I had these 10G tech. And it had an overheating issue. Amazon. I don't know why it always thinks I'm in Lebanon. Oh, I guess sneeze. 10G tech. Something like that. Oops, I think I had this one. So when I kept having overheating issues, and it would shut down the port. And maybe it was the UDM, but I swapped out for one of the Ubiquiti ones, and I haven't had an issue since. Do you charge clients upfront for equipment or at the end? I always charge. I've learned my lesson. I've lost money with people who don't pay. So at least if I lose, I'm just losing my time, which is still important to me. But when I'm going, like I just bid on this camera job, say it was, I don't know, say it was 20 grand, and say the material was 10 grand, I'd make them pay that whole 10 grand up front plus 50% of what my profit would be. Whenever I do remote work for somebody, like we're doing an hour session, I always make them pay for it. You just got your dream machine yesterday. Nice. Yeah, the SCs are great. I have a couple here. I know 10G tech usually are good. That's what, like I've had other 10G tech and they've been solid. Have you ever tried Smart Power RPS and what your go-to? I did in data centers. I don't do it a lot here because like I would be using the Ubiquiti stuff. You would shut down the ports on it. I mean, you can manage it kind of. What I really liked is when you had like power strips down both sides. So you had it on like red power and then you had it on blue power. If you had two different power distribution coming in, that would be the best type of redundancy that you could have. What kind of remote support work do you help people with? So I will set up your full network from bottom. Like I'll help you get it online. Obviously you need an internet connection for me to remote in, but once I'm remoted in, I'll configure your whole network. UniFi Talk, UID, UniFi Access, what's other ones? UniFi Protect. All the new ones that are going to be coming out at EA. pfSense, like, I mean, anything you want, really. Server stuff, usually not. I pass it to somebody else. I'm not really a server person. I got the UDM Pro here. Can't see the OS 2 in the early access channel. It should be there. I don't know how, and that's why I wanted to do a video on it, like migration, but I can't because it's an EA. I use the purples typically. The C8s aren't bad either, though. I'm a teen, and hopefully I am able to work in a data center and do networking and do front-end development. When I get out of school, it will be tough to pick what job. That's the thing. Within IT, there's so many different jobs that you could take. They pulled it? Oh, let me go check this. No, they didn't. I hope they didn't. I guess I could log in here. You guys can't see that, can you? No. Let's take a look. No, it's still there. 2.4.23. I see it. Yeah, I still see it. It's got 37,000 views. Yeah, I could still see it. You may not be, I don't know, like you should be able to do it through like an SSH manual. So what are your thoughts on the attempt by Ubiquiti to expand into the IoT market? Seems lackluster. The smart sensor thing seems pointless. That's hard. I like how Ubiquiti brings out new products because for me, if you haven't noticed, pretty much my whole channel is Ubiquiti. And let's go to an example. Actually, this was funny. Somebody commented on this the other day. When did I post it? Did I take it down? I don't think it did. So if you're in chat right now, which I don't think you are, I kind of scribbled their name out. A bit UniFi overloaded. Too much now. Please stop. Here's the thing. I'm not going to stop doing Ubiquiti. I'm never going to stop doing Ubiquiti. If anything, I'm going to end up doing more Ubiquiti. Ubiquiti is what I like. I get excited about Ubiquiti. I'll do pfSense stuff and other things, but there's only so much I could do with that because they don't release new products, right? They release some firmware. I don't think it's a bad thing that they're getting into like the IoT game. The smart sensors are they're a little different. Like they have the open close. I have one on this. Oh, you guys can't see it. I have one on my door here. I have one on my front door, and then I have a motion sensor in my living room. But you could set off notifications with that, which is great. The one thing that they're missing, what the heck is it? They were supposed to have like a water tamper thingy. I don't know what happened to that, or if they're still coming out with it. Oh shoot! Now I'm in. Oh god! I gotta log out. I signed into early access to see what you guys were talking about. There we go. Okay, so they're supposed to have like a water detection. Here we go. So water sensor sold separately, but there's no water sensor yet. The sensor, okay, we don't care about that. Sold separately. Like this, does this even show it? I thought they had a picture of the water sensor. Anyway, I think the water sensor, we have a sub pump in the basement. I'd love to have that for like leak detection. So I think they're okay, and I hope they keep releasing new products. Oh, there's a status update. Ah, crap. I can't read that online, but that's going to make a couple people... oh, I see it. I see what you're talking about. And this is so... Oh, I get it. Okay, I get what they did then. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. I can't read it, but if you want to go look at it, go look at the post. I can't really... It's such a hard thing to talk about this word right here. If you see Bill's question. Just because how YouTube is, I just don't want to get myself in trouble. So I usually... That's why you don't see any of these type videos on my channel. I have some stuff on TikTok. I know a lot of people don't like TikTok. And I do have it on my Instagram. So if you want to hear kind of my thoughts on this right here, I think I have a video up somewhere. The heck is it? I post way too much crap. This right here. So this is the video that talks about what you just asked about. That only has 107 likes. What the heck? People get liking it. Yes, UniFi all the things. I just really like how they come out with new stuff. That's what makes me love the company. People think they should focus on their core stuff, which they should. We should still have like our routing and our switching and our Wi-Fi. But that's what makes Ubiquiti fun and exciting. Whereas if you're looking at other things, like other companies, you look at TP-Link. I mean, TP-Link just sent me a couple of switches that I'll do some reviews on, but It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing exciting. It's nothing like Apple. I love UniFi's UI on the dashboard. It is really easy to navigate. If you get into enterprise, though, you probably won't be working with any UniFi. Most likely more Cisco. This is still in early access, but absolutely not. I won't be doing that. That is too life safety for me. I'll do UniFi access, but I'm not. Yeah, this I would never touch. Well, that's coming back though. The LED is coming back. It's like they had UniFi, what it was called UniFi Voice before, when they had their phones before, and now it's UniFi Talk. That's what people were saying. The Protect sensor looks a lot like the Nest, and I never looked it up. I think they work great. They're super easy to install as well. You sent me a link on Discord. This might bring up Discord. Sent me a link. Let me just take a look here. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I did read that. I read that not long ago. TikTok makes me have to do evil things. Currently installing Vista on my machine. Oh, nice. TikTok is I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now with TikTok, especially in the United States, but I don't know. I used it. I got, what, 59,000 people. The TikTok algorithm is just so much different. You could post a video and think you're going to get no views, and you get like 2 million views off of it. I have a couple that are in the millions of views. If that was on YouTube, that's all I'd be doing is YouTube videos. I'm not too sure. Hopefully soon. That's what we were kind of talking about all morning. Have you heard any news of the new features on the G4 Doorbell Pro? Yeah, so the fingerprint scanner is for like a lock that isn't even out in early access, or it's in early access. It's not out in the general public. So once that's out of EA, it will probably start working. I don't even have that yet. I haven't tested it. And I'm going to have to see if Chantel will let me put it on the front of our house. Because when we first moved in this house, we bought pretty expensive locks. What else can we talk about? How long have I been going? We've been going 52 minutes. I'll go a little bit longer. I was going to stream some video games today, but I'm not. I started building this guy here. So I'm going to finish this. So I just got this in the mail the other day. So I'm going to finish making this. I have just like the base done and these two little minifigures. So I got to, finish the rest of it. It's like 1,000 pieces, not too much. And then I kind of want to start my, what's it called? This is what it's called. It's been sitting here for a long time. Kind of want to start this. I bought this. It was very expensive, apparently. I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter. I know there's some other controversial things with Harry Potter. I don't get into that. I love Harry Potter. It's great. So I'm going to end up building this and probably putting it under our TV. I'd like to get this done before Christmas Eve because I have all my family coming over. But it is 5,100 pieces, so we'll see. Let's see. Have you heard? Oh, I just read that. Tim, good morning. How's it going? The EA lock needs to be given to lock pick lawyer. Yes. Yeah, I don't know anything about that yet. I was able. I probably should have grabbed one when I could have. Oh, pension and Lego. I probably should. Lego is ridiculously expensive. Like, this is Canadian dollars, but 619 bucks Canadian. Like, the amount of money I've spent on Lego is, well, you could see a lot of it here. That Simpsons house, that was like 600 bucks. These, like, Batman figures with the lights, they're like 150 each. And that Nintendo is actually really cool. Because you could do this little scroll wheel and then Mario will go across it. I just love it. It calms me down. It's a de-stressor. So Albert was the first one who told me about that. I'm terrible at spelling, so I'm just going to copy what you put here. Get this. That looks freaking cool. Is it this one? Yeah, so it's 800 bucks. Yeah, I can't spend that type of money right now, but That looks awesome. It's 10,001 pieces. Couldn't they have made it even 10,000? They probably could have got rid of one of these little trees. I will eventually get that. I think that would be wicked, but we need to buy a new house. Where I'm running out of space. Hope you and your families have a great Christmas. If you don't do a live stream, we won't blame you. I probably will do a live stream next weekend. So on the 24th, I have like my brother, his fiance, and my my nephew coming over, my mom, my dad, and their husbands and wives, and then I think Chantel's parents maybe come over. So we'll be doing Christmas here. We'll be hanging out, maybe play some board games, and then Christmas Day we're going to her side of the families, but like after lunch sometime. Some of the prices are insane. So when I bought, what is this, Simpsons Lego? So the Simpsons Lego you can't buy anymore. So I had to buy it off Amazon. I want to get this one too, actually. The pyramid. Is that the one? No. So this is the one I need to buy. I don't even know if the Quickie Mart's available anymore. So this one's $633 US. So that's like 800 bucks Canadian. Oops, I guess I can move my head. I don't know. I probably should get that to complete the set. Do I need it though? Probably not. The Nintendo set is my favorite. I went on the Bricklink and got the parts for the... Oh, that's cool. Any new tools you've added? Tools such as what? I do have the Fluke Link IQ, which I still need to do a video on. They sent that to me like 2 months ago. Tony says, good morning, like your videos and thanks to you. I just bought a Ubiquiti box that I don't know how to install, but I'll try my best. Well, I do consulting, so yeah. I can't tell you how nice it is to hear a YouTuber say I can't spend that kind of money. Well, I mean, I'm not rich, right? Like, I do okay with my business and stuff like that, but I still, like, my hobbies are very expensive. Lego, expensive. Guitars, I have way too many guitars. Expensive. So I need to kind of calm down. And I mean, obviously, I'm not a huge YouTuber. I'm not even at 60,000. Once we get to 100,000, I think it's going to be great. But yeah, I probably shouldn't spend that kind of money. It's crazy. Always wanted to get a train set. Yes, yeah, I guess video games are expensive too. So I bought the Xbox Series X or whatever the new one was. I have the PlayStation 5. Concert tickets. Oh yeah. Now Joe's just lining it up. So I'll tell you what was very expensive. As you can see, I'm wearing a Blink-182 shirt. Blink-182 just came back. They're one of my favorite bands since I was a kid. My brother and one of my best friends, we used to play in a band, played a lot of Blink. They just came back. The tickets were like, God, I forget. For the first concert, it was like $450 each. The second concert, I'm like, you know what? I want to be on the ground. I want to be like right up close. So I bought another ticket that was like $950. Is it going to be worth it? Well, maybe. It might be their last tour. Who knows? We don't know. So yeah, ask me some more questions. I'll be here for a little bit longer. What else do we have coming up? We have some Cisco. We have some Cisco small business stuff coming up. They sent me a couple switches, or a switch and an AP. I wish they would have sent me, I don't know if they do. I don't know if their small business line has firewalls. But anyway, they sent me that. Cisco Meraki Go sent me a Wi-Fi 6 AP, so we'll be looking at that. Ingenious firewall. So I've been talking back and forth to Ingenious again. They just came out with a firewall. So we'll hopefully be getting our hands on that. It's like $600 or something like that. I was watching Willie Howe's live stream yesterday, and I think he's getting one as well. And what was very interesting, I think Ruba does this as well, but you could, if you have the Ingenious firewall, you could have an access point. You could send it to your employees, and it automatically creates a VPN tunnel back to you. So that's really cool. I wish Ubiquiti would do something like that. Mark, I have thought about a Lego IT rack. We were going to build a Dream Machine Pro. I need somebody to design it for me. There's a couple tools that you could design Lego sets and then it will just go out and buy all the pieces you need. I think how many pieces I would need, it would cost like $800 to build a fake UDM Pro. Maybe I could do it mini scale. It would be fun. It would make for like a good YouTube short and a TikTok video. Protect on the talk phones works pretty well. It would be great for receptionists. Yes. Yep. They have UID integration with their phones too. They do routers, but they seem to be difficult to find. None in. Oh, okay. I wish they would have just sent it to me. So how I got into the Cisco business stuff, I messaged. I forget who. David Bombal did a video on it. David. I don't even know where the heck his thing is. Yes, I could. Anyway, David Bombal did a. Let's just look it up. I forget what he did. I'm probably spelling his name wrong. David Bombal. I think it was on his main channel. Is it on his main channel? It was something to do with the UniFi, I think. How long ago was that, though? It may have been on his other channel. He has a couple channels now, but I think he was doing a Cisco, comparing Cisco small business and UniFi, and I kind of corrected just a few things that he had, or I just mentioned to comment on it. And I've talked to David back and forth a few times, but then he got me in touch with Cisco Business, and they ended up sending me some gear, so that was great. I wish I would be reviewing an 8200, a Netgate 8200. I've tried reaching out to them for years since I started my YouTube channel, but no one gets back to me. And I don't have the money to buy an 8200 right now, just to test and then not use. Like I have. Whoops, what was that? That was just a toolkit, so no big deal. I have a Netgate 6100 just sitting right beside me. That's not doing anything. And this box is like $1,200. So an 8200, I could only imagine how expensive that is. If they sent it to me, I absolutely would do a bunch of videos on it. I forget the name of the Lego tools. Maybe I'll put it in my Discord. I'm not sure if you're a part of my Discord, but I'll have to find them. It's just like, yeah, there's a lot of people who design different Lego, not just like go to the Lego store, buy it, and then it tells you how to build it. I agree. They do need a sidecar in the talk line and the receptionist. I wonder if they're ever going to come out with that conference phone. I think it got pulled from EA. Do you have any videos on Ubiquiti access control? I absolutely do. How do I go? Oops, that's not it. I do. UniFi access. I got a lot of videos on UniFi. Yeah, just search on my channel for UniFi access. There's like, usually what I do like a kind of full setup, and then every new update, like they just added, so you could put a speaker or external chime. Did a video on that, so I'll just keep updating them. I think UniFi access works really well for small business anyway. Oh, with the, yes, I watched your video, Jim. Yeah. We'll see. I played with it a little bit. It works really well. How much interaction do you guys do, Lawrence Systems Crosstalk? So I've talked to Chris a few times, not much. I talked to Tom Moore and Willie. Tom was saying, like, in one of his last live streams, if I wanted to do a video with him with the Cisco small business, like back and forth, and maybe I will. I haven't even started shooting my video yet. Aruba had a remote AP with the RAPs a very long time. Yeah, I haven't touched any of the Aruba like enterprise stuff. They sent me the Aruba Instant Online. For the Doorbell Pro, do you know what they're going to do with the fingerprint reader? Yes, it's going to be for a door lock. So you'll scan your thumb and then the door lock will unlock. Got access working over layer 3. Nice, but you have to update the kit first before moving it to remote. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I stopped supporting Cisco after years ago after they changed over becoming licensing. Yeah, the licensing is terrible. So we used to, like when I was working in the data center, we would do, you know, your spine leaf topology. I think they had layer, or we had a bunch of Nexus 9Ks. Carlos, how's it going? Thanks for all content and detail in your video. Thank you. So the video that I released yesterday, short, and that's the thing. Like, look at the shorts are a total different beast too. I know some people don't like shorts, but I'll probably end up still doing them. Give me a sec. Like this short, 210 views. And you know what? One thing is really weird with YouTube shorts right now. You can't change the friggin' thumbnail. So like most people click on videos based off the thumbnails. And look at this. Just show my friggin' hand. Like I wanted to change it and I couldn't. But this video yesterday, I know some people, the thumbnail might have been a bit misleading with the PTZ camera. I don't have a PTZ camera. So I originally wasn't going to do a video on moving my cameras in the backyard. But then I asked, like I could post out to the community. I think, where is it? Right. So I could do this. Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm going to do, you know, do you want me to do a video on me moving my cameras? 420 votes, 85% said yes, 15 said no. So I decided to do it. The one camera, it's just like, I have an extension cord going to the back of the fence for the G4 Instant and it's just plugged in. I mean, it's not weather sealed at all. We'll see if it blows up over the winter. I might get a weather sealed case and put the two ends where they connect in it. We'll see. It was a fun video. And now like I have coverage of my whole backyard so we could see all the birds and rabbits and stuff. Cisco licensing just gives you support for like, I don't even know. I haven't used Cisco licensing in forever, but I think it's to like upgrade firmware. You might get Cisco tax support. When I worked for enterprises, I didn't have to worry about that because somebody else did all the purchasing. I was thinking about trying to do access at home, but it was going to be very expensive. I don't know if I'd do access at my house. Like I have access when I'm doing the access stuff, I'm doing it here like just for videos, but I probably wouldn't install electric strikes for my doors. And you have to look at where you are and like where you live if you're even allowed to. Sometimes people upload shorts multiple times to get a good thumbnail. Well, you used to be able to put thumbnails, right? Like as of like last week, I was able to put thumbnails. Some of my shorts have done okay. Not. Oh, this one was freaking hilarious. People were ripping me apart. Camera install outside. We use indoor cable outdoors. We put the mount together, then we mount it onto the tree, put the camera on, and then put it in position. Camera I knew exactly outside. What I was doing. I knew. Like, so when I said installing an outdoor cable, installing inside cable outside, I knew that would drive people nuts, and it did off my TikTok. Some person unfollowed. Oh, let's just read it. Let's just read it. I thought it was funny. So this person, not that well, whatever. I don't care. Let's see. Where were they? Oh, I forget who it was. Let's see if they, I don't even care if they followed me. Zach of all trades, not something to post to show quality of work or how you do, or how to do something. You couldn't even get the zip ties without screw holes, not to mention the wire. It's like, come on, buddy. Like, if you can't tell that this is I'm not leaving it there permanently. There's some special features right now that are for the AI bullet. I'm testing. So I said, okay, I meant Zach of all trades, and then he just kept going. Where'd it go? Sorry, bro, the truth hurts, but you should probably turn off the comments. So I wanted the comments for this because I knew people would rip this install apart. Like if I was leaving it there permanently, I would have buried a conduit or something like that. But who's going to have a camera on the front tree like that? I'm surprised no one stole it yet. I haven't done the flight. No. Yeah, sarcasm goes over people's head. It was just like, have you not looked at my other videos of installs? You think I would leave it like that? Eat like my backyard stuff. I mean, it's not the cleanest. It's using outdoor cable, whatever. When I go to a customer's place, we make sure it's all done properly. One thing I love about Ubiquiti is the lifetime of the products. They do have a fairly long lifetime. I know people were really mad during, what do they used to call it? UniFi Video. People were really mad over that they discontinued it. But at the time, they said if you upgrade to Protect, we'll give you 50% off. I'm happy I can use both SOP Plus ports for the LAN. Yes, you can. Yep. No, you should be all right with it. Yep. We just need to ignore people. It's just better. Of course, we know what you're doing. You know what? It all depends on what comments there are. Like some people will say like, yeah, you need thick skin, blah, 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 which I mean, you kind of do if you're on, put your face to the internet. Because one, not everybody's going to like you. They're not going to like what you do. It's just the nature of the internet, right? They're going to go after your appearance. They're going to do like a bunch of stuff. But I don't really care if Zach of all trades unfollowed me. I mean, whatever. It doesn't hurt my feelings. But it was just, I knew what comments were going to come from that. And I'm glad some of them did because it was rather funny. It wasn't like they didn't give plenty of warning for video. Yes, going end of life. They did go to end of life. Like it took a while. Vince, have a good day. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here too. The UAP range was around for almost a decade. Yes. Yep. Actually, somebody here. I'll show you this comment too. I don't care because these are all public. Where was it? I just don't know what this person means. I wonder if they replied back. No, they didn't. So I did a VPN. This is an old VPN video. Creating a VPN server on the UniFi Dream Machine. This is probably like a year and a half old, something like that. Completely useless video. I take that back. Okay, first, I'm confused by that. Did they write me another comment? This might distract someone from doing something really bad. What? It's a VPN video for a remote user VPN. So sometimes people do that, and that's just what I said. I said, why? Please explain. Like, I had no idea what these people are talking about. It's like, what? It's a remote user VPN. What's so wrong with that? Tim, have a good weekend. I got 5G WAN recently. How do I get max speed on the UDM SE? You'll need to get a 10 gigabit SFP plus module. So I have a UDM Pro and a 16 port PoE switch. The 16 port switch will only connect at 1 gig. That's correct. That's correct. That will only connect at 1 gig. They only have SFP in it, not SFP plus. So you probably have this guy. Do you have this one? Or do you have the rack mount? So all these ones, they're only 1 gig ports. But I thought they had a 16 port rack mount. Right here. So these SFP ports here, they only support 1 gig as well. So that's all you'll ever get through them. If you want to go 10 gig, you're going to have to do like their Pro series of switches. Like this one or this one. Or I believe their enterprise switches as well do 10 gigabit. Sometimes comments are bots and they leave a bunch of innocent but unrelated comments. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ones that, you know, somebody comments and then under their comment, there's like 20 different comments. You see it all the time. I don't get a ton of spam comments, which is good, but yeah, so that's the one with the SFP, but yeah, it definitely is only 1 gig. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. If you guys want to hit the like button on the way out, we got quite a few likes. We got 87 people here now and 78 likes. I'm going to get out of here. I probably will be live Christmas Day. So if you're not here, totally understandable. Have a great holiday. I might go live during this week at some point. Is it possible to show the stuff that you broadcast? I mean, to do some videos. I did here, before I leave, I'll give you this video. Office tour, I think. this video. So this will kind of show you what I use. Like this camera right here is in Canon EOS 90D. The mic is a Shure SM7B. I use a Go XLR mixer, a bunch of screens, and I use XSplit to broadcast. But that is the link. Alex, how's it going? Alex Lowe, he does the videos for Hostify. Does a great job. Check out Hostify's YouTube, and he also does a blog for the interface, which is his own, which is also great. But anyway, yes, I almost forgot, since you talked about the PD Pro WAN, no point if I'm getting S&P Plus. Exactly, yep. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your day or evening, and I will talk to you later on. Take care.